What's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards and Topics with Becky. Today we are going down the rabbit hole with the struggle. So before we get into it, guys, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel down below. Set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. Knowing that that is a free way to support the channel as well as to connect me with you energetically to get you out more resonating content no matter what it is. So with that being said, I do want to say thank you to my OGs, my new Gs, and anybody that allows me your most precious asset, your time. It's an honor, a blessing, a privilege being here, giving you guys these messages. And my prayer, as always, is that any of the videos of mine that you happen to watch fall upon your heart in a way that reminds you to use your intuition, to use your discernment, to take back your power, and to make the decisions that serve your highest journey in this here, now, here moment. So what I want to talk about the struggle. I think that a lot of people really believe that those that are successful never struggle. And the truth of the matter is that everybody struggles. It's a human trait. To struggle in life is a human trait. To have bouts of depression, it's a human trait. To have moments of not wanting to continue, it's a human trait. It's something that I myself fight at times. Recently, I've realized that no one's going to come to my rescue again, right? We have to save ourselves multiple times. And it just comes with the game of self-love, I guess you could say, because it's about us realizing that we're worth saving, even if we have to continue to save ourselves from the evil witch or the dragon in the dungeon or, you know, whatever, the tallest tower and the highest castle and the highest hill, whatever. We have to realize that no matter how many times we get stuck in those situations, that we have to continue to show up for ourselves. And if you guys have been watching my videos, you know that I've struggled with my channel. You guys know that I've struggled with my journey. You guys know that I've struggled with yoga. In year number 4 of consistently doing yoga. And I've been consistent, guys. I have been consistent. I mark it on my calendar so that I remind myself how hard I've worked. And I just feel like I need to talk about this because when I first started, I was so hell-bent on being perfect. You know, I started a 90 for 90 and I pushed myself relentlessly. I basically was like, if you stop, you're wrong. And that's how I treated myself. I would beat myself up for needing to rest. It was like, sometimes my body just couldn't go anymore. It was like, look, Becky, we got to rest today and lay in bed because can't do anything. And I would beat myself up the whole time, just like, why can't I just be like everybody else that's successful in working out? Why can't I be over there being able to put forth the effort? And what year number 3 is really kind of like where it began to sink in, like the year of creation. In order to create a stable foundation for year 4, which is the year that I'm on, in order for me to do that, I had to understand what it was to embrace and embody the feminine. And, you know, we talk about the Empress card is the number 3 in the tarot, and she's the divine feminine energy, right? And it's interesting as you get deeper into numerology. I'm not going to do that. That's definitely another video for another time. But, as you get deeper into numerology, the number 3 is creation. And when you think about the divine feminine, she is the ultimate creator because she holds within her the key to carry and create a life in 9 months. Yes, I know we can't do it alone. Don't get hurt, guys. I get it. It takes 2 to tango. That's fine. However, once the seed has been fertilized, the woman is the one that does carry the creation process for 9 months. Well, as a mother, you think about a mother, a loving mother, a kind mother who's always there for you, who, you know, never gives up on you and never lets you give up on yourself, right? Like that mother that everybody always wanted is the one that's like, if you need to rest today, honey, go ahead and rest. You know, you always have tomorrow, or you have later, or you have, you know, you'll get back at it. I won't let you forget. And it's like on those days that you maybe are like, no, I know I should do this. I know I should do this. And your mom's always the one like, then get up and do it right now. So that way then you can stop thinking about it. And that is something that is not easy, because not all of us grew up with that mother, that kind, caring, compassionate mother that always encouraged us and nurtured us. And the struggle becomes real because we don't know what it is to find balance in that. I think for so long we lived in the masculine energy of constantly going, constantly doing things, constantly being in motion, that to step back from motion is difficult. I see it with family members, how they either are 1,000% on or 1,000% off. There's no in between. And that's the process for the spiritual journey, is to find that balance. Being able to take productive action, but at the same time knowing that when you get tired, to step back and rest. And so I bring this up because yesterday I had this huge plan to be super productive. It was technically my Monday on a Saturday. But it was technically my Monday. And I had this huge plan, like I'm going to get all these readings done. I'm going to do this pick a card reading. I'm going to get some videos done. I'm going to get this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to edit. I'm going to do some studying, some self-studying, some self-learning, some self-development, all this stuff. And I sat down to do my reading, and it did the Mediumship Monday reading, and I couldn't move on. And part of it was the energy that was coming through was so insane, guys. Like the first time I'd done a reading and it actually drained the battery on my laptop. I never had that before. Like my laptop was plugged in and the battery drained. It just went completely dead. Everything shut off in the middle of the reading. I was sitting there, I was on the reading trying to get things to work and like playing around. I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to have to finish this reading and figure it out later. I never could get it to turn back on. Finally, after a while, I went down and I laid down for a while. I took a nap, and when I came out, I tried different plugs, and it finally turned back on, and it was fine. The laptop was fine, and it was just sitting there and was like, what happened? Well, for those of you guys that are on the spiritual journey or have dealt with the spirit realm, the first thing that they manipulate is electronics, electrical wave, radio waves, and all that stuff, right? So I bring this up because that was it. I knew I had to go rest. I had all this stuff planned, and I knew that I had to go rest. And oftentimes we find ourselves in a situation where we know we need to rest, but we keep going, and we end up making ourselves sick because we don't stop just for 20, 30, 40 minutes, an hour. You'll watch TV for an hour, but you're not really resting because your mind is focused on the TV. It's like sitting in silence is rest. Taking a nap is rest. Sitting outside in nature, that's rest. And we find it hard to do these things. And I too have my ups and downs, guys. I am always talking about getting out in nature. And I want you guys to know, like on these videos, it's not me telling you what to do. It is a constant reminder to myself. First things first, of why I started this journey. This is like a huge document of my own journey. And for those of you that followed me on Facebook, you know that it started 4 years ago on Facebook. Well, 3.5 years on Facebook. And you guys know I was doing videos 5 days a week on Facebook, and I was trying to do videos on Instagram, and I was trying to keep up with a daily gratitude. I was trying to keep up with daily journaling. I was trying to keep up with daily yoga. I had my plate so full, I was going crazy. And that's not what Source wants for us. Source wants us to find a work-play balance, right? Work-rest balance. And when I started my YouTube channel, a lot of the videos that I have in private now, I was doing Zodiac videos every day. I was trying to do 12 Zodiac videos every day, and holy moly, I don't even know. Like, I stop and think about it now, and I'm like, how did I do that? Like, it's just exhausting. Like, I was tired all the time. I don't even think I knew what it was to be rested. And then I felt terrible to rest, like when my body would force me into resting. And so I just bring this up too because I want you guys to know that there's no perfection. As long as you keep showing up, and that's what I have to continually tell myself, is to keep showing up. It's not anything other than the fact of overcoming those old belief systems, you know, the laziness, the not feeling good enough, not feeling like I'm worthy enough of those things. I constantly have to overcome those things, even after being on this journey for a long time. Yes, now it's simpler. I will say that it is a lot simpler than it was before. Like before, I'd go weeks and weeks, and then I'd finally drag myself back out into it. And now, you know, a day or two will go by and I'm like, okay, now it's time to get back on the wagon. It's time to start doing it again. But you can't expect yourself to be perfect. You can't ever, even after being on this journey for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus years, you can't expect yourself to be perfect. It's about progress. That's all it is. And so don't think that the struggle ever goes away. And I don't tell you guys this to discourage you. I tell you this so that maybe you can start to face the struggles that you're dealing with right now in this now moment. The steps will always be simple. And I say this all the time. The steps will always be simple, but that does not mean that it's easy. Faith makes the impossible possible, not easy. So having faith in yourself is the first and foremost thing here. And having faith in the source creation is another thing here. And eventually you guys will be able to walk the walk without having a huge setback. If you have a setback, you guys will be able to pick yourselves back up. If you guys have a struggle, you guys will be able to pick yourself back up rather than beating yourself for having to step down. Life is life, and we're human, and we'll always be human. And to be human means to do the things that we do, that everybody does. You get stuck on a day of watching Netflix, a binge Netflix day. I do that too still. Like, you know, I find a good show, and sometimes I just want to see it to the end. I want to know what's going on, and I have to tell myself, whoa, Becky, you got to pace yourself, like savor it and enjoy it. And so now, like, you know, I have a certain designated time where I'll watch a couple shows and then I focus on myself. And I do that so that I'm not so focused on work. You know, it's still a part of play. You know, you enjoy Netflix, that's cool. I used to start this journey. I was like, y'all need to stop watching TV altogether. But you know what? Entertainment is a part of our lives. You don't have to give up entertainment just because of the journey. It's good to cut back. But everything is good in moderation. Everything, right? Like, well, with a certain few things. But everything in life you have to enjoy. It's all about moderating your life. And part of moderation is including rest with the action, which is a huge struggle. So don't give up. Just keep pushing through. You guys will get there eventually. Things will work out for you. And this is what I have for you. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again, mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.